Hey Fit Fam, Coach Kat here, and I want to talk to you today about one of the most important components of your fitness journey in order to see long-term, long-lasting results, and that is nutrition, okay? If you've ever heard that you cannot outtrain a bad diet, guess what? It is 100% true. And that's why I'm here today to empower you and give you the education that you need on nutrition so that you can make healthy decisions for yourself that are going to support your fitness and fat loss goals. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing our nutrition guide with you. At the end of the day, the program or the meal plan that you can stay consistent with is going to get you results. And that's why we really try to simplify things and take a lifestyle approach, really focusing on whole foods. And so that way it is something that you can, stick with consistently, because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing to, any nutrition plan that you follow. It's got to be consistent. You got to be consistent, but also it's got to be sustainable, something that you can do long term, something that you can turn into a lifestyle. So nothing that's too restrictive. That way you're not driving yourself crazy trying to follow this plan. So we really try to simplify it for you and make it sustainable for you. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing our nutrition getting started guide for you. Let me share my screen here. All right, so here we go. So our nutrition getting started guide. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Just a really great mindset to start thinking about your food this way. All right. So we've got a couple things that we're going to go over. And family, we have had so many clients get great results by doing the simple things that we're asking you to do, right? Drink your water, get at least 3 workouts in, make sure you're getting enough rest, and sticking to whole natural foods majority of the time. Nothing super crazy, no gimmicks. And, here, if Barb can do it, you can do it. All right, so let's jump into this. So at Fit Body, we like to think about food the same way we think about money, right? So money, it's not good or bad, but there's good investments and there's poor investments. And the same thing is, true with your food. So foods that give you energy, they fill you up, they fuel your workouts, and they're good for your digestive system. Those are good investment foods, and they're going to help you with your weight loss efforts and ultimately be great for your long-term health. Okay, on the flip side, we have poor investment foods, which have little or no nutritional value. They're very calorie dense, so it's going to make it hard for you to stay in a calorie deficit and make it hard for you to lose weight. They typically don't fill you up, and they leave you feeling hungry within an hour of eating them, and it can leave you feeling sluggish. Okay, so that's how you really want to look at your food. All right, and with our program, we recommend that you eat good investment foods majority of the time to help support your fat loss efforts. Okay, and we're going to have a list of foods for you broken down into protein, carbs, and fats. And on each page, you're going to have an eat more section, eat some, and eat less. Okay. So the eat more foods, these are the things that you want to fuel up on. These are your good investment foods. Okay. The eat some is in that middle, in moderation, and then eat less, obviously eat less of those. You're going to run out of your money or your calories very quickly if you're filling up on these poor investment foods a lot. Okay. At the end of the day, though, nothing is off limits. It's simply following this protocol here of eat more, eat some, and eat less, right? Really keeping it simple. So here you have your list of proteins, and you'll notice at the top there, these are whole natural foods, things that come from the earth. You're looking at your lean proteins, your eggs, certain yogurts that are plain, and fat-free, things like that. And then you have your eat some, which you're starting to look into the processed foods or flavored foods, and then red eat less. Those things are obviously highly processed, very fatty and fried types of foods. So you really want to just, majority of the time, be eating from that top section. And you'll notice on here that there's ground meat kind of in each section there. So you'll notice this little square that when it comes to your ground meats, if it's 90% or higher, that's going to be the best option because it's the leanest for you. Okay. And then we're going to move on to our carbs. Again, you're going to notice whole natural foods that come from the earth. They're going to be the best things to fuel your body with. All right. And there's plenty of great choices there, including, fruit are your carbs. And then you have your eat some. Again, you're looking at those processed foods, and then eat less, heavily processed, sugary types of foods. Okay. And a lot of the times it's about really just making a swap out for those things that are going to be a better choice. So, for instance, here we have white rice in that eat some section, where you have brown rice in that eat more section. Or if you see on the eat more, you have pastas that are made from beans or legumes versus the pastas that are down, in the eat some that are from refined flour. So sometimes it's about making those healthier swaps for yourself. All right. And then finally, we have our healthy fats, tons of, different nuts, nut butters, oils. You'll notice that avocado and nut and olive oils are going to be the best choices. And then down on the bottom, you have the oils that you want to more steer away from as much as possible: canola, soybean, and vegetable oils. Okay. So when you follow this, you make things super simple, and you're fueling your body with those good investment foods that are going to fuel you and support all the hard work that you're doing inside of boot camp. Okay. Vegetables are great as well. Load up on free vegetables. They are considered free. And the only thing you really need to watch out for is if you have canned or pickled vegetables. Sometimes those things have like added sugars, which is just unnecessary. But no, fresh vegetables, go for it. Even frozen vegetables are a really great and easy option. Okay. And if you're somebody who you don't, eat a ton of veggies, you'll notice that our Truline powdered greens are on there as well. That's always a great option. You can just throw that little scoop into some water or into your protein shake and get a nice dose of greens in for the day. Okay, so now that you understand, good and poor investment foods, we want you to also understand how really simple it is to make a meal. So when you're going to have a main meal of the day, so if you're having like 3 meals a day or whatever it is, you simply want to have a protein, a carb, a fat, and some veggies on your plate. And it's as simple as that, right? So for one from each of those lists. And then if you're going to be having some snacks, having maybe 2 to 3 healthy snacks throughout the day, you'll see some examples here on the bottom. So you want to combine, a carb and a fat, a protein and a carb, a veggie and a fat, or a protein and a fat. Okay, so just some examples for you there. And if you're vegan or vegetarian, same process, but your food choices are going to look a little bit different. Okay, so you also want to be mindful of portion control. And again, to make things very simple, you can always use your hand as a guide. Okay, for ladies, your palm is about the size for your protein. That's going to give you about 3 to 4 ounces of protein. Okay, and you'll see a thumb for your fats, a cupped handful for your carbs, and then a fistful minimum for your veggies. So it's just some real simple way to use your hand as a guide to help keep you in a calorie deficit, so that way you can lose the weight that you're trying to lose. Okay, and if you're a male, fellas, you guys get double portions, so same concept here, but you guys require more food, more protein, so you guys get to double up on all of that there. Okay, I love this quote here: take care of your body, it's the only place you have to live. And that's why this is so important. If you ever make salads are great, but you want to make sure you're getting a full balanced meal and getting all your macronutrients in. So yes, of course, you're going to have your veggies and some fats in there with your dressing, but you also want to make, throw in some carbs, throw in some protein, and that way you have a great meal. So this is just some, examples of what you can throw into your salad. Same thing with the protein shake. Nothing wrong with having just, water in a scoop or whatever, almond milk or milk that you drink, and a scoop, and just shake that up and drink it. But that's more of a, would be more of a snack, something great to drink post workout. But if you're having a shake as a meal, you're going to want to throw in the fats, throw in some greens in there as well, throw in your carbs, of course, your protein and your liquids. So just some examples there of how to build a good shake for yourself. All right. And when it comes to meal planning, it is so important that you make time to meal plan. It just takes a few minutes, and it's, again, very simple. Get out a sheet of paper, figure out, okay, what times of the day are you eating? So you're going to plan your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and then your snacks throughout those meals or in between those meals. And then next, you're simply going to choose, like, what are you going to have for that meal? Is it going to be a simple meal? Is it going to be a salad, a shake, or a snack? And then for each meal, you're going to simply come down here and choose a protein, a carb, a fat, and a vegetable. And there you have it. It is that easy to create a meal plan for yourself. And the great thing about this is that you get to choose the foods that you will actually enjoy eating. And you are now empowered to make great choices with your nutrition to support all your hard work here at Boot Camp. If you have any questions, or if there's any way that we can help you, always reach out to our team of amazing coaches. We're here. We got your back, Fit Fam. Thank you so much.